Thank you for your interest in NIUresponse.com. It is an internal NIU web-based system, web app, to replace clickers to be used as a student response systems in your classes. It can be used on any web-enabled device. That includes tablets, laptops, smartphones. Most of my students use smartphones. I've had over 1,000 students use it. Only one student did not have a web-enabled device, and I lent him my iPad. First thing to know is the URL, niuresponse.com, no spaces. You come there and you come to this site. It's possible your browser will give you a security message because this is running on an encrypted URL, so to protect the student passwords and your passwords. I do not know your passwords. I can't even test your stuff because this is an LDAP, Central NIU password controlled thing. So you put your M number, the students put their Z number, we all start from the same spot. When you click this as an instructor, you go here, it should recognize you. If it does not recognize you, it'll say you're not in the instructor database, send me, Chuck Downing, an email. It needs to recognize you. Similarly, if you click a drop down and there's a course you want, these should be just your courses. If one's not appearing, you need to send me an email. This is not connected to the registrar. I have to enter these manually. If there's extra courses, let them stay. It doesn't hurt us too bad. It just makes the student list more cluttered. If you know you're never going to teach it again, then tell me, I'll take it off. For this example, I'm going to use OMIS 351. I click submit. Now I got to name the session. This is kind of important. You want to name it OMIS 351 and then the full date, 08/18, including the year, because we're in our second year of NIUresponse.com, so we don't want these to conflict. If I click begin new and this already exists, the system will blow up. It'll give you an error, not a friendly error either, just a blow up error. And then you got to remember this, because if your power goes out, something goes wrong. Power goes out, crash, something, you'd have to restart your session, then you'd use this button. For me here, this is a brand new session, so I click brand new session, and here we go. We're ready to go. Off to the side here, I'm using my iPhone. You can't see that. This is the instructor class, the instructor screen, which I recommend you displaying to the class. Off to the side on my iPhone, there's a student logging in. They see the same thing, the NIU login screen. They enter their Z number and their student password. Again, you don't see it. You don't have to manage it. You don't have to worry about it. And now here you can use any source, Word, PDF, PowerPoint, whatever you want, and have up to 7 choices, A through G. You display it. It's really cool. I think it's cool because you can use whatever you want. It's real flexible. You display it, and the students see it. 2 plus 2 is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the answer would be E, 4 in that. 2 plus 2 is, it says on the screen somewhere. So the student has logged in, and they select, let's say this is a smart student, they select choice E. So on their screen it says you chose E for answer 1. Now you're standing up in front of the class and you click this and it says 1 student. That's my iPhone. But in a real class, you just keep clicking this, and you have to decide kind of manually when to stop. So you say to the students, okay, I'm going to close the students, in 10 seconds, 10, 9, 8. That's what I do actually sometimes. And I just keep clicking this, and I have a general idea how many students are in the class. And when I'm done, I close the question. When the question is closed, it gives you a count of what answers each student picks. So this would be a sum of each of the choices. In this case, I only have 1 student. So the 1 student, my 1 student picked E. Now I say 2 plus 2 is 4, that is E, and I submit the answers. Then I keep going. Next question. This is 0 plus 1 is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, or whatever. Let's say the student misses this one. So the student says 0 plus 1 is 1 and answers A. So I'm waiting. I say, okay, I'm going to close this question. Close it. Oh, darn, no, the answer was B here. And you're watching the red things to tell you what to do. When you've done your last submit answers, let's say this is a 2-question session for us. When you've done your last submit answers, you must click this red button. You'll screw things up if you don't do this at the end of your class. You must click this red button. You click the red button and you see a dump. This is every student, every answer. Okay, in this case, there was just 2 questions. He got the first one right, gets 1 point. Second one, not right. You can copy and paste this into Excel. Then it tells you here, after the instructor report, way at the end, put a 2 in here, and you'll get the totals. This would be 2 if you had gotten both correct. In this case, it's 1. Read the frequently asked questions. Oh, by the way, how do I do this? I just grab it or say Control-A, copy and paste it into Excel. Read the frequently asked questions for more information and about that integrity check button. That's a new feature. And there's some faculty dashboard features. Hope you enjoy using it. Have a great school year.